Hello crafty friends, welcome to another easy watercolour background technique video. Today we're going to create some more watercolour backgrounds and we're going to do it using masking fluid. Masking fluid comes in all sorts of different ways. You can buy it in bottles, you can buy it in pens. I've got here Molotov Graphics Art Masking Liquid in pens, but you can try today's techniques with whatever masking fluid you can get your hands on. I'll be using my Mungyo watercolour paints. These are relatively inexpensive watercolour paints that do a pretty good job. And I'll be working on Daler-Rowney mixed media paper. This is a robust paper that can handle water. You can do these techniques on watercolour paper. You might even find some regular white cardstock holds up pretty well too. So experiment with what you have. I'm going to work on a large piece of paper just for the sake of the video because masking fluid, masking liquid takes quite a long time to dry, an hour or two. So I'll do the techniques on this, put that to one side and then show you the results that I got. So our first technique is blowing. I've given the refill a good shake. It's got a ball bearing in it. Some masking fluids tell you not to shake them because you get lots of bubbles forming, but this one you need to shake. And I'm going to put a fairly decent blob there. And I'm going to take a straw and blow through it to make this move in different directions. You can, while it's still wet, let it tilt and run within the shape a bit. So you get a nice even layer. You can coax it about a bit, but it will stick to whatever you touch it with. It will dry and go rubbery. So you can either wipe it off while it's still wet or you can leave it to dry and peel it off. So once that's dry, you can go over it with some watercolour paint. You can make your paint however you like. You can use watercolours or you can make watery ink from ink pads or re-inkers or pigment powders. So you go over it with your watercolour and then when the watercolour is completely dry, you can remove the masking fluid. It will peel off. You can get specific masking fluid erasers that will help you peel it off, or I just tend to use my finger or a vinyl eraser. But the trick is to make sure that the masking fluid, the watercolour and the paper you're working on are completely dry, bone dry before you peel off the masking fluid. If they're not dry, you run the risk of tearing your paper. Right, on to technique number 2, and that is brayering. You can put your masking fluid on your paper or on a palette, and you can pick it up with a brayer, a hard sort of rubbery roller, and then you can roll it on. You're going to get probably a fairly patchy effect, but that's okay because that will give you some interesting results. Technique number 3 is brushing. I've got some masking fluid there, but to protect my brush from the masking fluid, I'm going to coat it in washing up liquid with a little bit of water. And this will help protect the bristles from the masking fluid. Because if it dries on the bristles, you'll never get it off them. And then I'm going to very, very rapidly clean that. And that brush should be absolutely fine now. For this next technique, I've put a good amount of masking fluid on my mat. And I'm going to pick it up with bubble wrap and press it down. I get a nice, hopefully, bubble wrap image. So now we're on to drawing. Now I do find that I have to kind of give the nibs of these pens a little bit of a clean. I just sort of rub them on a baby wipe, give them a bit of a pump to get the fluid flowing, and then I can draw with them. Dropping is another way of adding this masking fluid. You can drop straight from a bottle like this. You can get drops and splats, or you could put a little bit on your mat or your palette and pick it up with a dropper. Dripping can also be fun, so I've got a really nice big blob here. And if I tilt my paper up, I can get it to drip and run in different directions. You can get quite a natural, organic look for things. You can tell it which way to drip by just dragging things through. Another tool you can use is the glue dotter. This is just a basting brush that I've snipped down so the bristles are short and fairly firm. I use this for applying glue to delicate die cuts. But you can pick up masking fluid with it and dot it on. This would be fun on a mixed media background. You could spread it as well. It's just a great tool for gluing and for mark making. And because it's silicone, once that's dry, it'll rub right off. I've got a piece of aluminium foil here that I've scrunched and I'm going to flatten out again. And I'm going to spread some masking fluid on my mat and then press my foil down into it. I don't want too much on it because I want to get some fun texture. And then I can press that down. And that's a really lovely texture there. And while I've got that big puddle on my mat, I'm going to dip some found items in. Just some bottles, anything you like really that you've found around your home, your bathroom, your kitchen, your office. Dip it in masking fluid and then apply it to your paper. Of course, no video of mine would be complete without a smusher. So you just use your smusher. There is a video linked below that will tell you how to make a smusher. You can pick up masking fluid and smush it onto your project. Now, I don't think you're going to get very good results if you try putting masking fluid in a spray bottle. It's going to be really cloggy, but you can create a mist or a fine spray with a toothbrush. So I've just soaked this old toothbrush in masking fluid and I can flick the bristles and get a spray pattern. Of course, you can also spatter, so use a paintbrush, soak it in that detergent water mixture, pick up, pull into your masking fluid and then spatter it on and immediately wash that out. If you've got a masking fluid pen, you can actually use these to spatter. So take something hard, I'm just using my glue dotter handle here, and tap the handle of your brush really vigorously and some of that masking fluid will spatter onto your cardstock. You can also apply it using a sponge dauber, a makeup sponge, a bathroom sponge, a bit of kitchen sponge, any kind of sponge, and sponge it on anyhow you like. This is probably going to ruin whatever sponge you use, so keep that in mind. You can also spread. So this is a spreader that I use for pastes and glues and things. Go in different directions. That will peel off. You could use a big old spreader like this. This is a cake icing spreader thing. The thing to bear in mind is where you're putting your masking fluid, you're going to get the paper showing through. The paint is going to go around the masking fluid. So think about how much watercolour paint you want to be visible, how much paper you want to be visible, and then add the appropriate amount of masking fluid. Stamping is another great way of adding masking fluid. Dip a stamp in. You're not going to get perfect impressions. You're going to get a really nice, maybe watercolory grungy look. You can use stencils. So I can just apply it like that, just gently sponging it on, trying not to allow it to go underneath, but it has, because it's quite a runny medium, you probably want to get as much out of your sponge as you can and gently kind of dab it on. We'll see how this goes. You're going to get a grungy look. You can also use the pens with stencils, so you could draw around the edge of the shape Again, you might get some seepage, and if you want, you can fill in the shapes. You might have better luck if you use something like pixie spray, some kind of temporary adhesive spray to help your stencil stick down, and then maybe the masking fluid won't go underneath the stencil. For this next technique, just take your piece of card and swipe it through. That can give you some good effects. And of course, if you've got a pen, you can do some writing. You can write words, obviously, or numbers, or you can do asemic writing. And these are marks that you make that look like writing but don't actually say anything. But it's a great bit of visual texture to add. So I've just found this blister pack from some multivitamins. Just press it in to the masking fluid. There you go, some blobs. Right, it's been a good couple of hours and all my masking is dry to the touch. It feels tacky, but nothing's coming off on my fingers. Even this thick bit here is dry. And I'll demonstrate how to add watercolour, really straightforward. Make up your paints however you'd like. As I said earlier, you can use watercolour paints, you can use ink pads that you smush onto your palette and then add water to. You can use re-inkers, pigment powders, and you can paint however you like. So I'm just going to do some brush strokes around here. Add in different colours. On something like this, you could put a different colour in the gaps between the masking. You can pick up watercolour paint with a smusher and smush it over your masking, so you're getting texture on texture. Now that I've applied colour, I want to get everything dry, so I'm going to carefully mop up any puddles of paint that's sitting on top of the masking, because they'll take ages to dry. And then I'm going to give it a good blast with my hairdryer. Now I can peel off the masking fluid. I like to push it with my finger or an eraser towards the middle or away from the watercolour, so that if it does tear the paper at all, it's going to tear into the white space, not tear the watercolour. It comes off really easily. You don't want to leave masking fluid on paper for too long, because it can eventually be impossible to remove. So you want to get it off within a couple of hours. And sometimes the blue masking fluid, because it does come in different colours, I found the blue masking fluid can stain if you leave it on too long. So I'm just using a regular vinyl eraser to get this off. So it's as simple as that. Here's a background that I made using the blowing technique. I think these look a bit like flowers, so you could even stamp or doodle some flower shapes over that. So this one I did with a brayer. You can see how I put the masking fluid on here and here and here. This was with brushing. I actually used the toothbrush for this one, and I loaded it up and brushed it down like that. I've got a couple of bubble wrap ones here, and it's the bubbles in the bubble wrap that show through the paper underneath. I used the pens on this one to draw some leaves and some dots. This was my dropping one. Here's the foil technique. I really love this one. I love the completely random, slightly angular patterns. Found items, I used bottles, and this was a sponge dauber, but without a sponge on. So I dipped the Velcro into the masking fluid and sponged it on like that. And this was the one I did with the glue dotter. So this is smushing. So I smushed the masking fluid on. This is also smushing, but this is a piece of linen textured cardstock that I smushed into leftover masking fluid, and the linen texture picked it up really beautifully. So I've got this grungy grid look now. So this is a spattering one, and I did this one with the pens and the glue dotter. That one is sponging. Got a couple of spreading ones, the small tool and the large spreader. Sorry about the noise in the background. My neighbour's having landscaping done, so it's getting a bit noisy. This was spraying. You probably can't see it because the spray was so fine, but there are little dots of white where the masking fluid was. That was stamping. Stenciling. I drew around the inside of some circles and then painted in the hole in the middle. That was one where I swiped a bit of card through the remains left on my mat. And some writing and some asemic writing. So these backgrounds are now going to go into my box of backgrounds and bits, so you'll see them appearing on cards very soon. I hope you've enjoyed today's video and it's given you another idea to add to your card making toolbox. If it has, please do let me know in the comments. Leave a thumbs up, and if you want to see more from me, do subscribe and ring the notification bell, and I will see you back here very soon for another video. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.